We're going to do this like it's a normal match day. I need to get into practice of it, so let's get into this. Luton Town, Sheffield Wednesday versus Luton Town. Hello and welcome to this video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel. I'd much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when video go live. So this is our last preseason game of the preseason. We have this time next week, we will know if we have won, lost or drawn against Southampton because we are the Friday night game. Let's look at team sheet for both teams. So, the starting lineup for Wednesday: Dawson, Patterson, Iorfa, Whitway, Femero, Delgado. First start for him: Byers, Volt, Bannon, Winder, Smith. The sub-bench is Charles, Palmer back on the bench, Wilkes is back on the bench, Fletcher, Johnson, Backinson, Shipson, Glover, Fuser, Flannelly, Cadamartri and Cook. The Luton side is Shea, Cabora, Anderson, Lockyer, Bell, Doherty, Nakamaba, Mampa, Chong, Ogbene, Woodrow. The subs are Mackie, Points, Berry, Morris, Adebayo, Clark, Watson, Jow, Campbell, McAtee, Johnson and Francis Clark. Going to the Wednesday side, it's interesting to see Delgado's starting. Interesting to see where Patterson's going to play. Is Patterson going to be playing as a right back kind of thing? He probably looked like he's going to, you know. You look at that bench, Palmer and Wilkes being on that bench is good. It's about time we saw them get on the bench because we've been asking questions. Where is Wilkes? Is he going to do something? Fletcher should come on and do something as well. You're going to front. It looks like it'll be Smith up top on his own with Winder just behind him and Bannon, Byers and Volks. That's a good midfield. Let's see what happened there. Interesting that Johnson's been dropped as well. Maybe Patterson can play the Johnson role. So we'll see. We will see what happens with this starting lineup. But it's great to have Wilkes and Palmer back on the bench. It's great to see what Delgado will bring to this. And let's just see what happens. Last preseason game might tell us some things that we might need to know when it comes versus Southampton next Friday. But last game of the preseason before the first game of the regular season. So let's see what happens. So, in that first half, Wednesday looked okay, 3-5-2 at times, but then we did go to a back four as well. Trying to get forward, really trying to see what we can do with the ball. Yes, they had a lot of the ball for a little bit, but we did get forward and we did have a really good bit of play from Pato in the box. Gets his man to foul him. We get a penalty and Smith tucks it away, makes it 1-0. Really good to see. Couple of players, Femero and Byers, have put some rat tackles in. I think any other game they could have seen a red. Needed to be a bit careful, but we were a bit more aggressive than I was expecting. So like I said in that video earlier about us not being as aggressive like the Man United lot were. We've been very aggressive in this game. We're knocking the ball around okay, but at times it was faster, it was quicker, the movement was better, especially when we're playing it in midfield. Trying to get those long balls going forward, trying to get the wing-back play going, with winger going, wing-back going between and trying to see what we could do. And the thing is, we would knock it out okay, but then their goal was just sloppy by us. It's a throw-in, goes in, no one really making sure you can close him down, and it's straight past Dawson in the corner. Dawson should have probably done a bit better. They had a couple of corners which we managed to defend as well. Really good play from Smith to get a ball to Delgado and just very close to making it 2-1. Really good chance. If he can get those kind of balls and latch on the end of them, we could be really happy with it. Bad did a couple of crosses that went a bit away. Went a little bit awry, I should say. Just wasn't like him. But also, we were giving away cheap free kicks. And that's something we really need to cut out of our game from last season, where we would give cheap free kicks away. I know it's pre-season, I get that. But it's something that you can do now, you can sort it. We do pick up a yellow card for a really bad tackle. But at half-time, it is 1-1. But interestingly, during this game, there have been news about us possibly loaning a goalkeeper from Italy. So we'll talk about that in a separate video. So, in the second half, Johnson comes on for Delgado. They start really well, actually, Luton. They really do. They have a shot that just goes wide. And we're seeing a bit of stuff. We were a little bit flat-footed. And we were trying to make things work. And couldn't quite get it right. But we were going backward too much. There was no real killer pass in that second half at times. Where we were trying to... we tried to get the tempo up. There was a poor pass by Dawson. Ferro tried to knock it long, and it was a good chance for them again because they managed to get in between and they have another shot as well. It's interesting because we start bringing subs on. So Byers comes off, Backinson comes on. Did look good, actually, to be fair. Cracking defending by Johnson from a corner and went on to try and get it forward, and we just couldn't get it to stick, sadly. Then we have more subs come on. Fletcher and Wilk come on, and Smith and Windass go off. So it was interesting what Fletcher could do. He kept on niggly little fouls at times. Wilkes did play okay, to be fair. Got some of the kind of attacking, but nothing really clear cut. A Whitway comes off and Adatorum comes on. Adator had a really good ball, which Fletcher couldn't get on the end of it. But then we concede a goal, which was all our own doing. Iorfa with a really stupid pass. Adator tried to defend it, got there eventually, but then lost it again because he couldn't find it. And it's an easy tap-in. But it's not surprising that we had so many... It kind of went a bit flat at that point and we looked a bit lost. We did make about 7 changes. So we're trying to get it right. Palmer came on as well. Palmer looked good. Palmer and Shipton come on and Volks and Pato came off. And Baz went off and Glover came on. But there were signs where you can see what we were trying to do. There were signs where you could see what it was looking like. At times you could see where we were trying to make those passes and get it a bit further forward. We're still going forward, clinical and no cutting edge. It was better than the last couple of games going forward. There was Crosser going into the box and trying to do it, but it wasn't there yet. I thought defensively we were okay to a point, and then it just crumbled. Like I said, that ball from Iorfa was poor, which just caused a lot of problems. And it's very interesting to see that we have been linked with a keeper. That video going live very shortly to replace Dawson, because I think Dawson is really struggling with his role in this Cisco side. We're trying to get it out because it's too slow at times. Better than our last couple of pre-season games. We looked a little bit sharper. We looked like we got a bit better movement, trying to move the ball forward, trying to get balls forward into the box as well. Still a lot to work on, as you can tell. The back especially, and going forward a little bit, but look better. Got a goal, penalty, but nothing really clear cut apart from that, really, which is slightly concerning. We need to make more of those chances. Last pre-season game, though, the next game will be against Southampton, so let's see what happens. We might have something in by then in a goalkeeper form by the looks of it. We'll see what happens, but it's a 2-1 win to Luton, and we go into the season still looking like we need a little bit more work in what we're doing.